rise and fly, go.
Hello, Rain here from 24K Films, movies, televisions, and video game reviews. Sorry I haven't been doing more reviews. I've been busy with the Team Red Shell channel as well as the Game Ninja channel as well as all my other social media, TikTok, Instagram, Snapchat, everything else, you know. But I haven't forgotten about you, and we do have a list of movies coming out and TV shows and video games that we're going to review. We've done some video games here and there and yonder, but we're going to get more in depth in doing those. Today I would like to talk to you about this movie right here. If you can't tell by just that still, I'll give you a few seconds. That's right, that's John Wick 4. Now, as a martial artist, I know no great martial arts look good on camera. I understand that. Going all the way back to the beginning when martial arts was first in movies. Going back to even Bruce Lee. Them having to slow down his moves and slow down action because real good martial arts doesn't look good on camera. Having said that, it seems like the John Wick franchise is going down the same road as the Fast and the Furious. The unbelievable bullshit. Now, 1 I could deal with, 2 I can deal with, 3 was a bit stretching it with certain things, but now we're just into the realm of fucking impossibilities. And I'm gonna jump on it right now. I haven't even finished the movie, but I will tell you I have some itches that are really messing with me. Number 1, bulletproof suits. These big, gigantic, burly men with bulletproof suits, because I've seen them take 4 or 5 bullets and they hold up their arm and an arrow hits the arm and bullets are bouncing off. These guys are literally standing right in front of each other with guns, shooting, and they're just touching and holding their head and firing, and nobody's getting killed. I've seen better shooting from clone troopers in a Star Wars movie. Stormtroopers have better shooting and grouping. I'm not trying to knock Keanu. I'm not trying to knock this film. This film is murder porn. We got to the point now where it's just, how can we kill people as violently as possible? I love the moves. Having said that, some of the scenes and exchanges are very slow. Slow enough to the point where you can see it's telegraphed. The other movies did a better job of this. I don't know why this movie... Bullet Train had better fighting choreography between close counters and close quarters combat. It's really irking me, unfortunately, some of the scenes that I've seen so far, because the movie is basically like Keanu Reeves shows up, everybody dies, he moves on to the next thing. New York, he doesn't even have to show up there. Bill Skarsgård, which is killing it all over the movies right now. He's in movies, televisions, everything else. Since he was the clown in It, well, actually I can even go back for it, because there is a lesser known series, on Netflix. Give me 1 second. Let me check this out. Hold on. Sorry, had to go and look up. Hemlock Grove is the name of the TV series he was in, where he was actually a dragon. His friend was a werewolf. If you haven't seen it, it is a truly underrated series. Famke Janssen is also in it. A lot of y'all remember her from GoldenEye. She was Xenia Zergeva Onatop, the woman that killed you with her sexuality, literally. It is a great series. If you haven't had a chance to watch it, I don't know why it was canceled, but for some reason Netflix always cancels great series. It's not a great thing. Like, Netflix, what the fuck are you doing? Like, you take your great series and you cut them, and then you make these horrible series and you let them run and run and run until people compute coat hangers. It's not how you're going to keep subscribers. Having said that, we're talking about John Wick 4. There's rumors that 5 is already in pre-production, and I'm just going to cash in my chips here where I should have with the Fast and the Furious franchise at around 7, and now they're at like 10, and then they said it's a 10 part 2 and a 10 part 3. I don't know when that became Avatar, but look, I don't have nothing wrong with unbelievable action. You can have unbelievable action. You can do super amazing things. Vin Diesel can front flip off of a mountain and catch a helicopter blade with his arm. I don't care. Make your movies. People will pay for it. You're making money. Go ahead and do it. As of for me, realism, some realism I'm gonna ask for in these movies. I know they're fantasy, but they're grounded in reality. So why can't you have reality in them? Oh my god, dude. Like, there's so many great martial artists in this movie. In this movie, John Wick 4, there's so many great martial artists. They are not showcased nearly enough to what their talent is in this movie. And the movie suffers because of it. This is my first half review of John Wick 4, and when I'm finished, I'll give you my other half, because I'm halfway through the movie. And I'm just watching it to watch it. I'm not enjoying it as much as I did 1, 2, and 3. Honestly, I'm not. We'll see where it goes. So I'm going to end this part 1 of the review here, because right now, out of a score on the 24K scale, this is approaching nickel. And that's being generous. I mean, action aside, don't get me wrong. Action for the sake of action is good, but you cannot tell me with 30 years of action development you cannot do better. Big Trouble in Little China. Big Trouble in Little China from the friggin' 80s. Big Trouble in Little China. The martial arts, the choreography, the fighting, the unrealness. Hell, they had warlocks and wizards and goblins and monsters and that shit. But it had more reality. You believe the fights. You believe the real danger. In this, I don't believe anybody in there can ever be hurt. Everybody's fucking bulletproof. They have bulletproof suits, bulletproof glasses, magics that comes out of their mouth, bulletproof cufflinks that shoot fucking darts. Like, everything somebody's wearing is indestructible. So how the hell... Oh my god. Okay, James Bond, the super spy, didn't have the technology that these John Wick movies have now. Like, I don't mean to go on a rant. I don't. But the movie is just murder porn at this point. It is, if you have a boner for murders, that's just basically what it is right now. It's just filled up. Like, the story is jumping so fast, you're not even grasping what's happening. There's just, oh yeah, just watch part 3 and you'll get what's going on in part 4. And we're just going to hit the ground running and just keep going to the end credits. Do better. Now, I don't know if my opinion is going to change by the end. Like I said, this is just the first half review. But right now, this shit is a nickel. And that is being generous from 24K Films. I told you, we give it to you straight, we give it to you honest. And I have many friends in the martial arts, and I've been in the martial arts for many years, and I know real good martial arts doesn't look good on film. But some of these movements, some of these choreographed scenes, I don't know if you guys couldn't speed it up in the prop department or speed it up in post-production. Some of these things are just geriatric in movements, and I know Keanu is aging, and I know other people are aging, and I know you're showing this. But yo, he who must not be named in this movie, who is blind, he is a master in the martial arts. We all know who he is. I'm not even gonna bring up his name. He's blind in this movie and fights better than people with sight. He's Daredevil. Basically, he's Daredevil. Now, they didn't explain that maybe some toxic waste hit him in the eyes and he developed superhuman powers, but my man with his blindness is still doing amazing shit. And then there's this one punch in the kitchen where he's fighting, where he does his spin punch move, and then he takes his hand and winds it up like fucking Popeye from a Popeye movie. He winds his fist up and then uppercuts a dude. That is straight Mortal Kombat moves. If you do not use him, he who must not be named, because I am not going to drag him down, because he is a great martial artist. If you've seen Ip Man, if you've seen his movies, you know who I'm talking about, but I'm not going to disgrace his name in this film. He's in this film, and he is so far one of the best things about this film, as well as my boy from The Last Samurai, who's been killing it lately, and Ronin, 47 Ronin, like, he is hot. Whenever they need a Japanese character to come in and fuck shit up, that's who you call. He's in there. The only person I haven't seen in here is Chow Yun-Fat or Ken Watanabe, and I'm surprised they're not in this. But every other Asian martial artist or martial artist period is a part of this movie, and you would think that would be a great thing to see, and the other ones were, but for some reason this one is not hitting it just yet. So I'm gonna pause the review and we'll come back with the second half and we'll see what the hell's going on after this. from 24K Films. Right now this film is a nickel, and it may slide down to a copper and maybe even fucking metal. I don't know, we'll see. Till next time, thank you for joining me on 24K. Look for part 2 because it will be up today. Until next time, take care. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Stay close to the channel because we will have a lot more coming for you. It's just I'm one man and the production team is hard to do all these different projects, but we will get it done. So stay tuned.